In 2004, we looked at our mission and we changed it. We changed it to community impact because we knew that we couldn't just be a fundraising federation any longer. So moving to community impact wasn't jargon and it wasn't a slogan. It was going back to our roots and being clear that we exist to change people's lives. The way you do that is to mobilize folks into collective action.
Once we changed the mission to impact and started moving in that direction, more and more local leaders, board members, volunteers started asking, what do we really stand for?
We work to advance the common good. And what we believe is that in order to do that, you've got to create opportunities that allow people to have a better life.
And the way that you define a better life is in 3 areas: education, income, and health.
You have to have a decent education. You need to graduate in order to sustain yourself and your family.
You have to be financially stable in order to be able to make decisions to take advantage of choices that you have.
And if you don't have your health, you don't have anything.
The education, income, and health focus areas touch every single person. They speak to every worry, every concern, and also to every aspiration of everyone in our communities.
The problems that our clients come to us with, the problems in our communities, are not simple ones. They cannot be solved with a simple Band-Aid solution. The families come to us with needs around education, health, and income. Their personal lives, in fact, their spirits need help. In order to help, we need to reach out to them with our time by advocating on their behalf and by helping to provide the services they need.
When we talk about giving, volunteering, and advocating, then we're talking about living your life 365 days a year in a different way. In a way that frankly connects you with others on a constant basis.
Back in the 70s, we called it changing the system. Today we call it advocacy, but it's still the same. It's about advancing the common good. It's about joining together and getting out there. It's about letting your voices be heard, understanding the issue and talking to the people who make decisions every single day.
A universal playground is special because it allows access for everyone, the young, the old, the able-bodied, and those with disabilities.
And currently in our community, there is no playground that provides play access for individuals with disabilities. So we came together to provide a playground that would offer all of these benefits for everyone to play together.
Probably the key component of the playground is the surfacing. Instead of P-rock or wood chips, the surfacing on our playground has interlocking rubberized tiles. A mother in a wheelchair can push her child on the swing. A grandparent with a walker can provide supervision for a child if needed. The playground also has ramp access so that they can roll up onto the play equipment and get to the different areas of the play equipment. And then we also have a sensory garden, which is plants that are planted in zones to develop or enhance smell, touch, and sight. Children can touch those plants, feel them, crumble them in their hands, smell the vagrant smells, and there's plants that have very vibrant colors to enhance that sight sense. A universal playground is for everyone, removing many barriers and encouraging a diverse community.
I'm Heather Marks.
And I'm Audra Quant.
We live united because every child deserves to look beyond the differences in one another.
And to play together.
I started giving money to United Way because I wasn't as involved in my community as I wanted to be. When I was younger, I really did get involved. I had the time, I had the passion, and I volunteered a lot. But now, I have a full-time job, and on top of that, I'm a full-time mom. So I started giving through the campaign at work, but to be honest, I never knew if it was making a difference. When my son was old enough, he was able to go to preschool thanks to a scholarship from United Way. I saw a United Way sign and I remember thinking, I'm helping others too. I'm Kelly and I do still have the passion, and sometime down the road I'm going to get back to volunteering. But for now, I'm going to feel really good about giving. That's how I live united.
But advocacy isn't about public policy. It's about mobilizing people into collective action. Sometimes it's awareness building, sometimes it's advocating for a group they may not have a voice for themselves. Books were an important part of growing up for me. I was lucky enough to have access to books, and now I want my children to have a love of reading. That's why I enrolled my kids in Imagination Library. Through United Way and Imagination Library, all children from birth to age 5 can receive one book every month sent right to their home. Early childhood literacy, exposing children to books at that age, is very important because it really does prepare them for life. For my children, story time is the highlight of their day. You should see their faces when they really get into a book. If our children know how to read early, then they have the whole world in their hands. My name is Keith. I read to my children. I'm an advocate of the Imagination Library because I believe that every child deserves to have access to books and literacy. I believe our communities deserve all that United Way can offer. That's how I live united.
Most of us are one paycheck away from needing assistance like what the Lake City Food Shelf provides. Volunteering at the food shelf is a wonderful way to give back to the community, but it's not just the volunteering. I hope some of the people who come here can see me as a role model, and maybe one day they'll come back and give their time. If everyone did something, then think of what we could do. My name is Evelyn, and I volunteer at the Lake City Food Shelf. I help families in their time of need. I teach them how to become independent. That's how I live united.
Every day in our communities, people are creating opportunities for their friends and neighbors by focusing on the building blocks of a good life: education, income, and health. And they're doing it on their own terms, bringing together their own unique strengths and skills to advance the common good. By reaching out a hand to one, they're influencing the condition of all.
That's what it means to live united, working together, solving problems, bringing about lasting change. And you too can live united.
You can volunteer, you can be a champion for issues that need solutions in our community, and you can invest in your own community through United Way.
However you give, you can inspire hope and create opportunities for a better tomorrow.
That's what it means to live united.
That's what it means to live united.
And that is what it means to live united.